Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. So much for tuning in. It is Thursday night and we are going to do a paycheck budget. I am exhausted. I am so tired today and I really have no reason to be so tired. I mean, I went to work, it was a typical day. Maybe I had too much caffeine earlier, I'm not sure, but I am dragging. I did go to the bank after work, so I was able to, well, that's the one thing I don't have. I need to grab my cash, but I was able to grab the cash that I needed for this video and to do some cash stuffing. And am I out of, I'm looking for my printables and I hope I have one for today. I didn't even think to check that to see if I needed to print something out, but, oh, I do. Okay, cool. Like I said, today or tomorrow is actually my payday. Tomorrow's Friday. However, my bank deposits early. So if you have direct deposit with my bank, it's usually 1 to 2 days early. They kind of advertise it being 2 days early, but it's typically been just 1 day. So in the beginning, I got it 2 days early. I would get paid like on Wednesday instead of Friday. But recently, like I said, it's been Thursdays, but that's okay. It gave me enough time for it to hit my bank and for me to stop at the bank on the way home and get the cash. And now I will break it down for you and tell you guys what I'm doing with it. It would totally help if I actually got the money. So I'm going to divvy this up into the proper slot on my cash holder. And we will get to stuffing some envelopes. I'm also going to be switching over to this new cash binder, which I absolutely love. I'll have a link to these down below. They come in so many different colors. They are so nice because they are soft cover. And what I was actually searching for when I was looking on Amazon was a cash binder that had a snap closure. And this fits the bill. It has a really secure snap to it. It does come just with the clear plastic envelopes inside. I showed these in my last 2 videos ago, I guess, because I transferred my sinking funds into a blue one. So right now I have a total of 3 of these. And I thought I had ordered 2, and then 1 extra came, and then I was like, oh yeah, hello, I ordered 3. I don't know if I need 3, but I'm glad I have them because they're fairly inexpensive. And if you're interested and you need something for your money, I highly suggest these. I think they're just really well made. Nice side pocket here, 2 slots. You could put some cards here, stickers. You know, if you're somebody who also plans and you want to carry that kind of stuff with you, there's a pen loop here and another 2 slots actually. This could be for like a notepad or something like that. So this is really, really convenient. So let's get into last week's envelopes, and I'm still using these, or I was using these. These are just homemade by me. And the reason why I am switching out of this binder is because it has a pretty weak magnetic closure, and I just don't care for that. Plus, I don't think it's going to hold when I have everything inside. So we'll take the envelopes out, and these are the ones that I was using for this week. And I still have my money here. Oops, yeah, I still have my money here for my anniversary, so that's coming up on Saturday. So we have, let's see, gas, dogs, groceries, Discover, and dining. There's a little bit of money left over in these, so I will go ahead and I think I'll be using some of it. I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, so let's put down the date, and we'll go ahead and put tomorrow's date since that's actually my official payday, so that would be January 27th. So I'm going to put January 27th, 2022. And probably what I'll do is I'll probably go back and edit this sheet here because my husband gets his second base pay on the 30th, which will probably come on the 29th, which is Saturday. So I'm going to put my pay down here. And I'm thinking about tweaking these forms too. And if you're curious, I don't know, if you need something, my Etsy shop is open and this is one of the printables that's available. But I'm thinking about tweaking it to allow for some extra spaces for extra income sources if, you know, that's something that you would need. So my pay this week was, and this is for 2 weeks, I get paid every other Friday, $15.39.41. And I have the usual categories. So I'm going to list a couple of things first. First of all, bills I'm gonna write here, and I'm just generalizing this because I don't wanna do a specific bills video in this one. It would just make this way too long. So I'm gonna put bills, and the rest of the money I need to cover our February bills is $700. So I have gone ahead and left that in the bank because I thought about it and I was like, should I get it out for video purposes? But then I'd have to go right back and put it back in. So I just didn't want to do that because there's some things that I can just take care of and pay tonight. I want to make sure, as I do every month, that every single thing is paid for before February 1st or before the 1st of the next month. So we're just going to be concentrating on variable expenses, and the categories that we typically have, and they don't really change that much, are groceries, but I have combined groceries and dog food just because we typically pick it up while we're out grocery shopping, and I thought I don't really need a separate envelope for that at this time. Plus, we're trying to make their food, which has been going really well, and they're eating more because I was getting kind of concerned about them. So gas, I'm just going to put 60. And let's see, we had to have our driveway plowed, and I ended up going on to our neighborhood, city, township group, whatever you want to call it, on Facebook, and there were so many people saying that they were either snow blowing, plowing, or people were looking for somebody to do those jobs. We have just been buried in snow for more than a week now, and this was one night before my husband got home from work, and I could barely get my car in the driveway. Our snowblower has broken. He tried fixing it, but it was a no-go, and I just don't know if we want to buy one this year. I think my mom got us that one in 2010, maybe somewhere around there. But I ended up finding a person who was close by, and I had to Venmo him the money, and I did have it, but I want to pay myself back. And I think that's kind of an important point to make. When you have unexpected expenses that come up and you take it out of whatever fund you have going, whether it's money in the bank or you pull it from an emergency fund or a miscellaneous fund, whatever the case may be, I think it's really important, since it wasn't originally accounted for, to actually take that out of your next pay or your next income and then pay yourself back because you didn't expect that. And it may just be a matter of semantics, you know, just like moving the money back where it was or just on paper, but it's still important to account for those things. The unexpected expenses sometimes are what get you. I've been in that position. So I'm just going to pay myself back. And what am I going to do with that? Put it right back into my budget. But still, I want to account for it, because for me, when I don't account for the majority of our money, I'm not going to say that I account for every single penny all the time, but if I don't account for the majority of it, and $40 is substantial, it's significant, that's kind of how I find myself nickeling and diming myself, and then I'm like, how'd I spend all this money? You know, and it gets to be a situation like that. So I try to keep on top of that. I'm doing a savings challenge for the month of January, and I'll explain more in a separate video what that is all about. But right now, I'm putting aside the weird sum of $372. So that is also something that I need to put aside. Dining out, I'm going to put $80 in there this week. We go to a typical diner whenever we go out to eat. It's really inexpensive. It's just usually the two of us. Sometimes it's cheaper for us to go grab something than to actually make the same meal. And where it would go, like I said, it's very inexpensive. But if we do that a couple nights a week, or if my husband decides to get takeout at work one day, if all his coworkers are ordering, you know, from certain places, you know, I like him to have the money to do that without like actually using the credit card. Now, if we use the Discover for incidental things like that, I always make sure that I pay it off the next week or the next pay. But it's nice just to kind of plan for that. So I'm going to do that. And regular savings, I am going to be putting aside $140. And I'm not going to designate what exactly I do with that in this video, but I'm just going to be putting that aside. So groceries, gas, driveway savings challenge, dining out, regular savings. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So, and then the bill's $700. Okay, so let's get some scrap paper out because we're going to do this old school. Because I don't know where my calculator is. I'm probably never going to find that calculator, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I am a grown woman. I don't know how I lose these things in my own house, but it happens. And it's just ridiculous. I don't know. So I'm going to have $839 after the bills, and then we'll subtract $140 for groceries and the dog food. And our dogs hate the snow. They hate it. Oh my gosh, to get them to go outside, to even go to the bathroom at this point, they are very, very unhappy. You know, we clear like paths in the backyard, on the deck, and they'll stick right to that path. They will not go any further. They are just not winter dogs. They shake, they're freezing. I mean, it's really dramatic because they're literally out there for less than a minute. And then it is cold. I mean, but oh my gosh, the drama. It is very funny. I guess they don't think it's funny. 80. And let's see. And 140. So I'll have about $7 left in the bank. Not total. I mean, we have some money in the bank, but just from my paycheck, I'm bringing it down to about $7.41. So let's switch over the envelopes. I think it's time to do that. And then we will be all ready to go for next week. I'm just looking for some Post-its. And naturally, I don't have any. So, oh my gosh. Wait till you see what I do for this. All right, I don't have my envelopes marked. So actually what I was thinking about doing was getting the Cricut out and making some labels for these. These binders do come with some pretty generic labels. They don't look that good, and I don't know how sticky they are or how durable they are. So for now, I'm just going to leave them the way they are and not worry about labeling too much. But let's go ahead and see. I know that there's money left over in a couple of these. Gas, yep, there was a 20. And dogs, there was nothing. Groceries, there's a couple dogs. Oh, okay. So we have from groceries $22.61. And I knew that I had $2 bills, which is going to be perfect because I didn't get those out from the bank, and I need those for my savings challenge. So I'll just put this here. Discover, I paid, I put that back in the bank, and dining, nothing. All right, so I'm going to get rid of those, hopefully for good. I won't be revisiting those because they're kind of coming apart. This envelope has our anniversary money in it. There was, let's see, I'll show you guys. It was my husband's gift and going out to dinner. So $250. He gets a little bonus money. If you guys, I don't know, I was thinking about that. You know, you guys are probably like, okay, well, that's your husband's gift. Does he get anything for you? He gets, they get like incentive money. He does work a sales job, and he does work mostly on commissions. He does get a base pay though twice a month. So he gets a base pay and then he gets a commission pay, but they also have incentives. Like if you sell this by this date, or if you sell so many of these this week, you know, you'll get an extra $100 or whatever it is. So that in large part is his pocket money. And I know that that's how he will be getting a gift for me. And we don't even need to exchange gifts because we have so many plans going on with our lives right now and the things that we want to do that, you know, we honestly don't need to exchange gifts. But I had something very specific in mind that I wanted to get for him. And that's why I have money set aside. Otherwise, I would have been like, you know what, dinner is enough. You know what I mean? Because we don't buy big gifts for things like that. So let's go with bills first. We're not going to stuff that. We just know that we accounted for it. So we're going to like kind of clear that from the mind. And then we're going to go with groceries and dog food. And I put which bills I have to stuff in which. So I'm going to take a $100 bill. And I'm going to take two 20s. So I'm going to put that in the first envelope. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, I was going to tear up little scraps of paper, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these in the binder in the order that they're listed here, and then I can go back and label them later. So that's the first one. So I'm going to put that back in the binder. And I'm sorry, this is kind of a lackluster video. Like I said, I'm beat today. I don't know why. I just feel very, very sleepy. Gas, $60. So I'm going to take 3 20s and I'm going to put those in an envelope. Now what I did is I mixed in the leftover money that I had from last time, and I didn't account for that. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the envelope with our anniversary money. And you're probably like, why are you doing that? It's just because I know we're not going to spend as much as I accounted for dinner. And so all the extra I'll just carry over into something else, whether it's savings or I'll do something with it, but I'll just have all the extra because I know that there's going to be money left over from that. Next, driveway, I'm going to pay myself back. So that's going to be $40. I don't know. Do you think that's a lot of money to, he actually, he cleared it. Oh my gosh, see, I can't think. This is terrible. He plowed it. He didn't snow blow the driveway. He actually plowed it, which was super nice because then it was like such a nice, clear surface, and we were able to get both our cars in the driveway, and it was just, it was awesome. So savings challenge, 300s, a 50, a 20, and here's where these two ones are coming into play. So 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 371, 372. And I'm going to do a separate video about that. And if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know what challenge I'm talking about. But I won't get into too much of the nitty-gritty here because when I do these videos, I kind of like to keep them designated for what they are, just in case somebody's tuning in just for that purpose. Dining, 20, 40, 60, 80. And I know some of you are going to say, that's a lot of wasted money eating out. It is. It really is. But you know what? That's real life. And I don't pretend that we do things that we don't. And we do go out to eat, and I do spend money, and I do probably a lot of things that truly budget savvy people who are the best savers don't do, but it's just our real life. So regular savings, I'm going to put 140, and those will go toward my sinking funds, or that will go toward my sinking funds, I guess, at some point, or maybe it'll just go into our regular savings. I'm not sure. So that'll be that. And here is the money I had left over from my envelopes last week. Or actually it was this week, but it was the money for this week. So it's $40. So I'm going to put that in here. No, I was going to put that in with the anniversary money. All right. Keep it together, Erin. Keep it together. All right. So now we have that in here. And I'm just going to make a note for myself that anniversary is down here in the very last envelope. That way I'll know. All right. So we've got our envelopes stuffed for the coming week. and I'll be ready to go grocery shopping. We'll be ready to go out for our anniversary dinner. I'm finally gonna pick up my husband's gift. I've been saying that for more than a week now. And what else? I'm gonna buy some stuff to cook our dog's food. Like I said, we thought we would try that. I got my savings challenge for the month. I feel really good about this paycheck. Plus, I had the extra that I needed for February's bills. So February's bills are paid in full after that. So I'm gonna snap this closed. It has such a nice, satisfying closure. It's so secure. I love these. And like I said, I've linked them down below, so if you guys are interested and you need something like this, definitely check them out. I think they were like $11.99 or less when I bought it, maybe $10.99, I can't remember. But awesome, awesome deal. So that is the paycheck for me, my last paycheck of January. And I'm not going to total this out with the little receipt area as of yet because I want to put my husband's second base pay into this so I don't use a whole other form because I have space to still fit that, and then I'll work that in. So I'm going to close this up and I'm going to wrap up the video and make sure that I thank you for stopping by. I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate your support and you being here, popping in to my videos all this month. And I'm really excited to get February going, and I'm going to be switching things up just a bit. Still budget centric. I'm going to be focusing, you know, the majority of my time on budget, finances, savings, all that good stuff. But I'm going to keep the planning incorporated into it as well. And I'm just going to switch things up just a bit just to make them a bit more interesting. In case you're wondering, what am I going to do with my change? It's going to go into my change jar. And one of these days, I'm going to take you with me to the Coinstar machine and we're going to cash that change jar in together. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with that money. I don't know. I feel like I have probably about... If I had to guess right now, I think that I might have close to $200 in change. I don't know. I would be so happy though. But yeah, so that would be super cool. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you stuck around and did so. I have so much more to come. And of course, I hope I see you guys in my next video. Take care.